Hello guys, and welcome back to another World War II Dragon figure review. Today I've got Bruno, a here infantry private from Army Group A in the 1940 France campaign for the Germans. He is a Schütze. So yeah, here is obviously the German army, so the Wehrmacht. This figure was made in 2002. So quite an early one, about 3 years in to them making the figures. So usually I don't get early figures at all. Normally I'm not. I've got the first couple. I have Hans and Klaus, just for collector's value. Overall I don't really seek out the older figures, because sometimes they're not as good, they just don't look as good. I do like the artwork on the boxes though. That's always a nice addition. But yeah, this figure's an exception for sure. Let me show you everything. I'll just open him up. Yeah, this figure is an exception. He doesn't necessarily look like he's from 2002. It's when the figure's head sculpts started to improve. So he's already got gear and what have you on him to begin with a little bit. So here's his head sculpt. So it's not bad at all. It looks good considering it's 2002. I like it, that's for sure. His insignias, because it's an older one, is already there. That's part of the uniform, as with the epaulets, part in the uniform, so nothing you can do about that. That's already there in that, and done. Yeah, it's early. It's obviously an early war uniform because it's 1940. He's got the sort of more dark grey, blue kind of trousers and the light grey tunic. So that's what the figure looks like straight out the box. He has the little eagle to go just above his breast pocket there. And that's in a little bag just there to put on. His helmet there, which is of course plastic because the earlier ones were plastic. And comes with the sort of bendy straps rather than the leather ones, which again can be upgraded. I might upgrade them. And another tell that it's an older figure is the Kar-98, the rifle that he has. One of the first tells is of course the band that's not really a strap, it's just like a elastic band sort of thing. The bolt also doesn't move on the rifle, stays put, because I've seen plenty of older figures where previous owners have of course tried to lift it and it's just been pinged off. So with earlier figures, when they look like that, the rifle looks like that, don't try and lift the bolt, because later ones do, fine, you can do that all day long, or earlier ones, no. So yeah, he comes with an A-frame and assault frame, which is always nice, as a really welcome addition. I love these, they look great on the figure. He comes with a gas mask canister as well, like so, with the straps like that. So that's another nice one, another nice bit. Water canteen, along with bread bag, mess tin, usual suspects of course for the gear. Then you have, again, the usual. You have the bayonet, you have the knife, bayonet, and its scabbard. Then his shovel in its holder already, and it's the older model, of course. And then finally, amongst obviously you have ammunition for the Kar-98 as well there, you generally get a few rounds. You have a gas cape pouch, which is always nice. Quite like those, they always seem to round off the figure quite well. Earlier war, they wore them on the chest, like so, like that, and it was attached to the straps on the gas mask canister. So, because then later war, they attached them with little straps to the gas mask canister like that. They'd tuck it on, whereas early issue, they were ordered to have them on the person like that. So yeah, overall he is a really nice looking figure. Just a great addition to have, like, for a standard Wehrmacht soldier, to have him add to your collection in that regard. So he will always be a welcome addition, that's for sure. Can never get enough, really, to fill the ranks of just standard Wehrmacht. And obviously he's got the earlier war uniform, and there aren't too many like that, especially not like this. So yeah, that's all of his stuff. So I'll put him together and show you guys what he looks like. So here's Bruno all done up. As you can see, just your standard Wehrmacht infantryman with his Kar 98. I think really solid looking figure, considering 2002. I think he looks great as well. Helmet fits well, sits on the head nicely. The gas cape pouch isn't too hard to get on either. I like to do this because it's what soldiers did at the time as well. I have a couple clips put on the straps of the ammo pouches. It just looks a bit more realistic, looks quite cool. Just run you through where his equipment is. So as you can see, gas mask canister, bayonet and scabbard, along with the spade, the shovel, should I say, sorry. Here, so of course you have them, you have the knife just in between the shovel, and then you have it wrapped at the end, because that's how they had them. Then the bread bag and water canteen, and then you have his Zeltbahn and A-frame underneath, and then the mess tin up the top as they would have had it. So yeah, not too much gear to run through, quite straightforward, very easy to put together. Once you've done Germans before, you know where everything goes, or if you just have a knowledge of how their equipment was laid out, it's very easy to do, a very straightforward process. And yeah, I forgot to mention that I got Bruno for an absolute steal. I got him for £28 all in for a new figure, mint, never out the box, £28. Presumably the seller didn't have much idea of the value, so this is potentially one of the cheapest and best condition figures I've ever gotten for that price. Literally straight out of the box, never been taken out, and £28 for him is absolutely nothing really in the grand scheme of things for figures. Generally you're looking to pay at least double that for most, sometimes not. I don't generally, but the rates that you do see figures go at, this is extremely cheap. So I mean, if you can get this, I've seen this figure go for 50 or 60 plus, so if you can get him for like maybe 40, something like that, I'd definitely say he's worthwhile. I wouldn't go out of my way and spend loads to try and get him, but he is a great figure. He looks really good. I mean, if you want to upgrade the Kar 98, which I might do, just to make him look a little bit more realistic, you wouldn't really be able to tell he's an older figure. Same goes for the helmet. Maybe get a metal one, and then change some of the change a couple pouches, and past that you wouldn't really be able to tell he's an earlier one. So yeah, really solid figure. I highly recommend getting him if you can. He holds the rifle really well. I'll show you guys how that looks as well, just before we finish. So, just like any dragon figure that has the hands posed like he does, you can have him do really good poses with the rifle. So like this, he aims it really well, so you can have him bring it right up to him and have him aim like that, which looks fantastic. You can have him just holding it down by his side like this. Looks really good. I just like him carrying it as they would do when not in combat. Even when in combat, they were taught to, the Germans were taught in their mantra to run with the rifle in one arm like that and dash across, rather than having it across them like so. But yeah, overall, like I say, really solid figure. Just a nice addition, really. I quite like just the Wehrmacht's like plain uniform. So yeah, that's that. That's Bruno. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.